Well, let's talk about the Nashville Mayhem and the suspected motive. Thank you for tuning in to Hard News TV4. I'm your host, Terry Lynn, and this is the channel where truth is like archaeology, and every day we're digging for it. Today is December 27th, 2020. So I'm sure y'all have all heard now that a 63-year-old white man has been named the person of interest in the Nashville Mayhem. Police have person or persons of interest connected to Nashville Christmas Day, you know what. Okay, so they say that Nashville area resident Anthony Quinn Warner reportedly had a similar make and model RV. Let's see if they get the VIN number off of it like they did with Timothy McVeigh when a VIN number on an axle identified the U-Haul truck that led back to Timothy McVeigh. So this says that he was reportedly to have a similar make and model RV as the one used. So one story is this guy had, his neighbors recognized his RV that was used. Okay, so neighbors recognized the RV. Now watch in this article how they say he was discovered. A photo on Google Maps taken in May of 2019 of a home where Mr. Warner lived, according to records, shows a recreational vehicle in his yard. The Nashville explosion was caused by a bomb in an RV. Do y'all see some crazy stuff going on? Now let's get into some things that are happening. So the 63-year-old man with an RV has caused the FAA to shut down airspace over Nashville. Okay? The military warns that the U.S. government will use deadly force against any aircraft that enters as the FBI hunts for the attacker. The FAA issued an alert on Friday night stating that an area of 1 nautical mile would be zoned off along where the explosion took place in Nashville. Explosion occurred on 2nd Avenue in Nashville's downtown at 6:40 a.m. Civil penalties may be imposed by the FAA, who may also suspend or revoke airman certification if pilots do not adhere to the restrictions. In addition to the penalties from the FAA, the U.S. government may pursue criminal charges or deadly force. Okay? Now look at what Todd Starnes says. So Todd Starnes writes, FAA declares skies over Nashville national defense airspace. In the aftermath of the city's Democrat mayors declare a state of a civil emergency as well as a curfew. It's curious because federal officials say they do not believe there is any reason for citizens to be alarmed. Editors note social media is cracking down on conservative consent. Okay, that's unrelated. And now comes word that the FAA has declared the skies over Nashville to be a national defense airspace. The alert to pilots states pilots who do not adhere to the following procedures may be intercepted, detained, and interviewed by law enforcement and security personnel. Any pilot who disobeys these orders could be in serious trouble. So Todd Starnes is questioning what is going on. Now we've seen videos, y'all, of it looked like a dew weapon hitting those buildings. And so what would be the motive of a 63-year-old psychotic, suicidal person to load up his RV and drive to the site and do this, okay, on Christmas morning? What would be his motive? Do y'all want to see what they're saying the motive for this was? Basically calling him a truther or a conservative nut, conspiracy nut. FBI is probing if 5G paranoia was behind the Nashville Christmas you know what. Federal agents working the Nashville massacre, Christmas you know what, are asking about whether Anthony Quinn Warner, a local computer expert named as a person of interest, was paranoid about the G's 5 technology, according to a report. Agents are probing if Warner, 63, feared that 5G tech was being used to spy on Americans. A source close to the investigation told NBC News affiliate in Nashville. There have otherwise been no arrests or motives revealed in the you-know-what. Okay? So, this seems like a setup. They are painting a scenario. They're painting an agenda. They're painting something, because now the 63-year-old man with an RV that they found on Google Map, who says that neighbor said he had an RV that looked like that one, but yet in the Oklahoma City, you know what, and the catastrophe that created, they were able to bring it back to Timothy McVeigh by an ID number on an axle. Okay? So we have been told so many crazy things, but now his motive is he was protesting against 5G tech. Wow. I think I should just throw in this last thing for free. Hold on. Now I'm throwing this in for free. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, on their own page, zombie preparedness. I see dead people. I see zombies. I see crazy people walking all around the earth that are just believing what is being told to them. Now, y'all, this is on the CDC that's wanting us to get the vax. Wonder why zombies, zombie apocalypse, and zombie preparedness continue to live or walk dead on a CDC website? As it turns out, what first began as a tongue-in-cheek campaign to engage new audiences with preparedness messages has proven to be a very effective platform. We continue to reach and engage a wide variety of audiences on all hazards preparedness via zombie preparedness. So they're laughing at us that they're dumbing us down, easily controlling us, and calling it zombie preparedness on the CDC website. So now they're telling us a narrative that an old man, a 63-year-old white man, was paranoid about 5G. So he, took care of himself in front of the AT&T building. And now we're hearing reports that a laser hit that building, and the FAA shuts down the airspace until Sunday over this city, over a paranoid man. Does something not seem right? And while the CDC says that they're going to use zombie preparedness as their marketing scheme. Y'all leave me your comments below on this and let me know what y'all think. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.